Back in the kitchen. What's up, guys? We're going to talk top 5 cryptos to buy or look into for August 2025. In no particular order, let's kick it off with number 1, Casper. Price below 4 cents. Looks like it's going to reach a new all-time high very soon. 771 million market cap. They have a little less than 20 billion or 70% of their total supply of 28.7 billion in circulation. It's up in the past month over 50%, past year almost 5,000%. And for the all-time chart, it is up, like Nappa said in Dragon Ball Z, over 9,000. It's up over 9,000%. This is crazy, guys, up over 9,000%. But the mistake I see with people, especially newbie investors, they're like, oh my God, I already missed it. There's going to be no multipliers. It's already up 5,000% past year. You know, the best time to buy was below a penny. I understand the best time was to buy was before everybody else jumped in, but you're still going to see Casper fly this bull cycle. I see this going to $1 minimum, $1 to $5 this bull cycle. Worst case, ultra conservative scenario, I see it going to 75 cents. That's only from lack of exposure, lack of catalysts, which is like the exchange listings. I mean, let's not forget, they still have to be listed on Coinbase, Binance, Gemini, Crypto.com, and Kraken. That's what, 5 exchanges. And then the thing is this: they recently had a crowdfunding campaign. They raised 30K to be listed on a tier 1 exchange, which is one of those 5 exchanges. That's pretty significant. Whether it's going to help, be successful, it's anyone's guess. But let's keep this in mind, right? Uphold listed Casper despite no incentive. Maybe just trading volume, which is over 26 million, and also that it's still trailing on coin market cap. Now it's number 18. Like, people know about this. Someone left a comment on my last video saying BitBoy covered it today on his morning show. I told you guys it's only a matter of time before BitBoy and Altcoin Daily start talking about it. They're going to advertise it to their audience when it's over 5 cents, over 10 cents. Now, if you missed it at the penny and a half mark when I started buying it, then this is where you got a DCA, dollar cost average, if you're bullish on Casper. You never want to just dump your entire bank account when an asset like this is riding up. I never recommend to do that. And I'm not a financial advisor anyway, but it's not a great practice to do that. But when you DCA, dollar cost average, it's indifferent to the price. It's just based on how you feel with a particular asset, and then whether you do it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, you just invest whatever amount you can afford to lose into assets like Casper that you're bullish on with the expectation of the appreciation over time. And Casper, like, even if you missed it at below a penny, if it gets to $1 to $5 this bull cycle, that's a 25 to over 100x this bull cycle. And this is not a micro cap. This is a small cap. And the thing is this: 26 million trading volume, despite no big exchange. A lot of people are buying it. The only FUD you're seeing right now is people saying the ASIC miners are dumping it. I have a lot of ASIC miners who follow me. A lot of them are telling me they're not dumping it. They're actually mining it, holding it, and buying it. So that FUD is grossly overestimated. And then I saw something else. Oh, it's going to be sub a penny in September. The big crash is coming. It comes every year. Those are gamblers. They have no idea what's coming. Whether we see a crash or not, I mean, right now, guys, we're seeing a mini crash, right? Hex, Richard Hart got sued by the SEC for being like a scammer. And Bitcoin right now is sub 29K. So Casper's almost on the brink of breaking a new all-time high while Bitcoin is down. That's pretty significant. Now, once Casper gets to like 1 billion, 2 billion market cap, then it's going to follow more closely to Bitcoin because it's going to be too high of a market cap. It's going to take too much liquidity to get the needle really moving, unless they get listed on a Binance or Coinbase or Kraken. Then you're going to see the needle move a little bit more. But Casper's getting very close to marrying Bitcoin. But this is still remarkable, guys. Like, it's literally going against the market. And I see a lot of people saying this is expensive. Well, what are you going to say in 2025 when it's above $1? Are you going to look back and say sub 4 cents was expensive? And let me ask you this: if you have the same belief in Casper like I do, almost in the same tier as Bitcoin and Ethereum, just not yet getting that kind of exposure, because fundamentally, it's better than Ethereum. It has Bitcoin's fundamentals, and there's no argument with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin is the better asset of the two, even though Ethereum is going to net more multipliers because of tokenomics and being deflationary. Casper has better fundamentals than Ethereum because it's the same fundamentals of Bitcoin. Also, Jonathan Sampolinsky, he's not your average Joe Schmo scammer. He's not a Richard Hart. This guy's one of the most well-respected and well-known computer engineers in the space. Casper has a new tech to block that. It's scalable. It's literally in a position to solve the trilemma. I think it did. And when you think of a layer one that solved the trilemma, what do you think of in the future? Mass adoption and a peer-to-peer payment, cash. Hence why Casper is being compared to digital silver versus Bitcoin's digital gold. So Casper, to me, my conviction in this asset is through the roof. I think even with this run up, it's definitely a great time to DCA. I think this month, regardless, is a great time to be looking at it. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks 5 cents this month. I think it's going to net some significant multipliers this bull cycle. Number two, Quant, QNT, $107, 1.3 billion market cap. I hear different things. I hear their circulating supply increased to 95%. Whether that's true or not, they have great tokenomics, a little less than 15 million total supply. It was $100 a month ago, below $100. It stayed there for a while. Most people panicked and didn't buy the dip. They actually sold it and said it was a bad asset. Now it's 107, and it's only 107 now because Bitcoin's sub 29K. Before this dip for Bitcoin, it was actually over 113. And if you don't believe me, just check the week chart. It was up to 114 actually, so I was wrong. 114. So this is a good discount, but you're going to see people look at this and be like, oh my God, it's doing horrible. Quant is one of the strongest assets in the entire space. Interoperability is no small feat, no small utility. They recently had a connection and partnership with the Bank of England. Yes, they're working with CBDCs. Yes, I know it's like the evil thing for crypto, but I'm in this to make money. From a supply and demand standpoint, Quant is amazing, ISO compliant. They're going to be the backbound overledger for all these ISO coins to be working with these banks, enterprises, and retail. And the merchant and interconnectability of DLTs is also very huge from a developer standpoint, from a retail usability standpoint, and also an enterprise standpoint. It makes everything smoother, easier, convenient, and more scalable. So Quant, to me, I think is going to be massive in the future. I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if it reaches a 4-figure coin this bull cycle minimum. I actually have it a little higher. I can see it reaching around 2K, maybe 2,500 this bull cycle. I was more conservative saying, oh, Quant's going to be probably 1,000, but now I'm starting to think a 10x is very conservative for Quant. Just getting to 1K is a 15 billion market cap at this level, which is really nothing when you think of where Bitcoin's going to go. Bitcoin's going to be, in my opinion, minimum 2 trillion market cap this bull cycle. The overall market cap for the entire crypto market is going to be significantly higher. So a 15 billion market cap for Quant with its utility is not only unlikely for its potential this bull cycle, but it's almost like disrespectful to Quant. I think Quant minimum is going to be a 30 billion market cap. Again, that is a drop in the ocean of market cap for where the overall market cap is going to be for this crypto market, and especially Bitcoin. Quant's utility is a lot stronger than its market cap shows, and I think in due time we're going to see it walk the walk like it did last bear cycle. I think this bull market, it is going to absolutely rip it. You're going to see a lot of FOMO kick in. You're going to see some exchanges go illiquid in terms of Quant supply, and you're going to see a very inflated Quant price. Definitely worth looking into for August 2023. Number three, HBAR, price above 5 cents, had a recent pump, but has been negated because they're adding to the circulating supply. When HBAR, when it first got on Coinbase, a lot of people said, oh, it never had a pump on Coinbase, right? I want to debunk that right now. It got listed on Coinbase in a friggin' bear market while everything was bleeding. You're not going to see a huge pump for a crypto if the majority of investors are bearish in a market. What are they going to do? Oh, great, it's on Coinbase, but the market's bleeding. They're not going to just come swim out in the ocean and say, let me gobble HBAR. It's like, you see a bunch of sharks in the ocean, right? All you see is blood in the ocean from all the friggin' fish you're eating or retail investors. Are you going to come out because you see one nice thing in the ocean? No, you're going to stay away until it feels safe, right? So that's what happened with HBAR and got listed on Coinbase in a bear market. So people are evaluating its potential and price action based on that catalyst. If they got listed in the bull market, last bull market, you would have seen this thing be above $1. It probably would have been like Cardano's price, $3, if it got listed last bull cycle. but it got listed in a bear market. So it never had that Coinbase effect. But when you check the holding time, at least on Coinbase, it is increasing. It's now 2 months. Their circulating supply went from less than 40% when it first got on Coinbase, a year ago, to now 65%. This is a pre-allocated schedule. They said they were going to do this. It's in their white paper, and they've been sticking to it. This is what you want to see because the bull market still has not come yet. So when the bull market is finally here, after the Bitcoin halving, you're probably going to see over 70% in circulation for HBAR, which makes it a more decentralized marketplace for us, retail, to gobble up this supply. If we can gobble up the HBAR supply, we're going to hold it for more multipliers. But if you have a crypto that has worse tokenomics, that has less than 50% circulating supply, you always got to be worried about the team dumping on you in a bull market. So a 5-cent HBAR, I see a lot of people that are like, oh my God, it's going nowhere. It's 5 cents. The market price is getting diluted because the supply keeps getting added to the circulation. And it's doing it during this bear market, accumulation cycle, whatever you want to call it. So of course you're not going to see HBAR reach 10 cents. But when you look at the overall transactional volume on their ledger, they recently crossed over 16 billion transactions. It was 13 billion 2 weeks ago, and then someone pointed out to me on my last videos, my live stream, saying it went to 16 billion. That wasn't just significant for Hedera, but all DLTs. It was the top DLT at that point for transactional volume. That's no small utility, guys. I don't care, if the chart is not reflecting it. Like I said, if you're adding to the supply, it's going to dilute the price. You cannot argue against supply and demand. If the market is flat and the supply is getting put out there, it's like me saying this, right? This is worth, I don't know, $5. And I come out tomorrow and say, hey, it's still worth $5, but here's 10 more coffee cups. It's going to be worth less from a supply and demand standpoint because you already see it at $5. No one else wants to buy it because it's flat. No one's getting excited about this. We're in like a bear market, right? So now I come out and say, hey, I'm adding 10 more if you're interested, but it's still $5. It's naturally going to bring the price down, the worth of it, the perceived value of this coffee mug. So that's some confusion. I think the newbie investors are more brainwashed to believe that. You got to take some of this stuff with a grain of salt. It's not always surface level stuff. Look deeper. If you see a certain crypto and the price looks flat, but the transactional volume is increasing significantly, the ecosystem is growing, if you look deeper, you can see why the price is flat. The overall sentiment, the market is flat, the supply is increasing, the circulating supply, thus affecting the price action. And don't be surprised if HBAR surprises many people this bull cycle. I definitely think at this price, it's worth looking into for August 2023. Number 4 is Stellar XLM, priced at 15 cents. Market cap is just over 4 billion. They have 27.3 billion or 55% now in circulating supply out of their total 50 billion. Same supply as HBAR. They recently added 5% to circulating supply because the team was selling as they were making gains. They had a recent pump, which was significant for two things. One, it shows XLM's not dying. And two, it shows that XLM has its own wavelength. A common misconception and FUD that I see with XLM is that it can only succeed with XRP. It can only follow XRP. It cannot be further from the truth. Different utilities. Yes, some people call XLM a fork of XRP. That is also, again, not true. It is its own crypto. Look at it as the little brother of XRP. It's focused on the people, not the banks and enterprises. How can you even confuse that and say they're the same crypto? Makes no sense to me. So if you believe in XLM, the stellar utility of being a peer-to-peer cross-border payment solution, person to person, think of it as a decentralized Venmo, except no intermediary, no bank saying, hey, let us confirm your transaction. You can send it anywhere worldwide, country to country, at a fraction of a penny, at super fast speeds, naturally converted from Stellar to any currency worldwide. That's very convenient. I can see that being mass adopted someday. The thing is this too, you have to be holding their token XLM to utilize this bridge, this network. So it's not like the token has no utility. So the price of their token has to naturally increase as the users start using Stellar more and more frequently. So to me, I think Stellar is going to do very well. The previous all-time high was 80 cents, but that was also negated because their brother XRP was still with the SEC Ripple. if they didn't have that case going on during the last bull cycle, XLM would have been over $1 at that point. So this bull cycle, I'm actually more bullish than I used to be on Stellar. I originally said $1 to $1.50 was where I see Stellar, but now I think Stellar can reach upwards of $2 this bull cycle, which would be like a 15x. Stellar to me, I believe, is going to surprise many people. The volume I see is increasing to 166.5 million. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite ISO cryptos because I love the utility. I like the team. It's a nonprofit charity. People tend to discount it and say it's like a poorest version of XRP. Not true whatsoever. I don't know where this dogma belief came in that all you need is XRP. Listen, I hold XRP and I'm bullish on XRP, but XLM is actually helping people. They're trying to help the unbanked get banked with banking services. This is literally using crypto for what it was initially created to do, to be a peer-to-peer payment. So it's not a small utility, very hard to ignore. It's priced at 15 cents. I think Stellar XLM is going to do very well. Their tokenomics aren't the best, but they are getting better. I hope the team keeps taking profits with these mini pumps during this time because it's going to set Stellar up a little better for the bull cycle. If we can see the team dump some of their supply during this time, it's going to make it more of a decentralized marketplace for us to gobble up some of the supply. So Stellar to me, I think is going to do very well. Definitely worth looking into for this month. Number 5, and this is probably going to surprise many of you, Algorand, Algo. Priced at 11 cents. Market cap is 847 million. They got 7.8 billion or 78% of their total 10 billion supply in circulation. Algorand, to me, I feel like a lot of people are definitely scared of this crypto, especially at this price. The way I look at it, especially with the SEC recently suing Richard Hart and Hex and Pulse Chain and PulseX, a lot of people freaked out when the SEC called Algorand a security. And I think that's a big reason why their DeFi hub left their ecosystem. I think they were also scared that this was going to suppress Algorand for a while. After the DeFi hub left, I thought Algorand was going to be below like 5 cents at that point, but it didn't really affect the price much at all. And the thing is this, they're going through hell. They're going through the ringer. When you click the chart, it looks awful, right? It's down 68% for the past year, and it's down 82% on the alt chart. The all-time high was almost $3 last bull cycle. I saw that happen live. Algorand, to me, still believe in it, still convicted into it. I think it's going to recover. Is it going to reach a new all-time high this bull cycle? Is anyone's guess. The thing with Algorand is this, right? It's a perfect example of a beat-up crypto that many investors are going to stay away from because they're going to see the price. They're going to see what happened recently. They're going to see what the SEC said, and they're going to just stay away. Listen, by no means am I telling you to go all into Algorand right now and buy it. Obviously, add it to your watch list, do your own research. I'm just going to give you guys my reasons why I think Algorand is going to recover. So fundamentally, it hasn't changed. They have good fundamentals, a good tech. I like Sylvie McCauley. I like John Allen Wood. I'm not too big on Stacey Warden, but I do give her more credit because she did bring up marketing, which is what they severely lacked last bull cycle. Marketing is what many of the ISO coins lack, by the way. But I do see them recovering. Yes, they lost a big DeFi player, but their ecosystem is still not dead. Algorand can only go up from here. We saw this happen with Solana, right? I got flooded out with Solana. I sold it in panic at $13. I'll be honest, I sold it, right? And what happened to Solana, literally like 2 months later? It went back up. And now Solana is what, in the high 20s or mid 20s? I didn't check the chart today, but it's definitely up there. And Algorand, I'm not saying it's going to have the same effect as Solana. I think it's going to take some time. But if you buy the bottom for this, there's a high chance you're not going to see Algorand below 10 cents, especially by the end of this year. I think Algorand's going to surprise many people with recovery. I saw there was a whale secretly buying it a couple weeks ago. He's probably trying to buy the dip. And the thing is this, guys, the SEC only called Algorand a security. They didn't pursue them. They're pursuing Richard Hart. They're pursuing Hex. But what other cryptos did the SEC call security? He called Cardano a security. They called Polygon a security. Filecoin a security. So it wasn't, Algorand is no different. They just called them a security. And if you ask me, I think Algorand is just experiencing heavy manipulation too. Sylvia McCauley and Gary Gensler were friends and colleagues. For him to come out and say that, I think, someone had to tell Gary to do that. Algorand had staking on Coinbase. They're trying to attack staking. They attacked, I think it was Kraken. They're attacking Coinbase. I recently heard they wanted every single crypto and altcoin off Coinbase except Bitcoin. So I think this is bigger than Algorand. There's something going on behind the scenes that is affecting the manipulation for many assets. And Algorand is not safe from manipulation. It's definitely prone to it. I think that's a big reason why it got suppressed to this price. Now keep in mind, it is very risky at this price. Algorand now is a high risk, high reward play. But if you also believe in the tech, you believe in the fundamentals, you believe it's going to recover, this price of 11 cents could be a deal of a lifetime. It really could. But the thing is this, guys, this is not for the faint of heart. Many people are not going to be convinced. They're going to check the current price action and say Algorand's dead. But listen, I made that mistake with Solana. I wish I held on to my Solana. I could have, held on to it and not get wrecked. I'm not making that mistake with Algorand, but also understand I'm not all into Algorand either. I have a good investment into it. I'm looking at this as a DCAing opportunity for me. But keep in mind, you have to make this decision yourself. This is very risky, but I do believe Algorand's going to recover. I mean, just getting to $1, back to $1 to 10x, if it gets anywhere close to the previous all-time high, which is in the cards, but we'll see what happens. That would be a crazy gain from here. This is definitely one of the cryptos I want to see succeed. I want to see them improve their marketing. Stacey Warden, she said they hired a new marketing officer, Jessica Chen, who has a lot of experience with Apple and top companies. They're now in a position to turn this around. The question is, are they actually going to turn it around? The answer for me is yes, which is why I'm taking the advantage now to potentially DCA this month. If you want to see when I decide to do that, feel free to join my Patreon and Discord. I have a link in the description. I'll also put it in the pinned comments down below. Anyways, these are my top 5 crypto that I think you should look into for August 2023. But always keep in mind, do your own research. Don't just take what I say and say, great, he's bullish, I'm dumping my bank account in. Be your own investor, be your own leader, and do your own research. Anyways, I really hope this video helped you guys. If it did, please leave a like. Really helps so much. That being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.